Tonight we climb a skeleton in the skyline. This is the story of the Sathorn Unique Tower, Bangkok's infamous ghost tower, an abandoned condo skyscraper that stopped half-built and became a magnet for urban explorers, conspiracy theorists, and darker rumors. Over the next few minutes, I'll take you through the top 10 darkest facts about this tower, from financial collapse to courtroom drama, trespassers, suicides, and supernatural whispers. If you're sensitive about suicide or trauma, please take care. Let's begin. 10. It was supposed to be luxury, then stopped overnight. The Sathorn Unique Tower began life as a bold luxury condominium project in the early 1990s. A 47-story high-end tower meant to dominate the Sathorn skyline. But when the 1997 Asian financial crisis hit, construction was frozen when the building was reported to be roughly 80 to 90% structurally complete. Suddenly, the tower became an unfinished concrete shell, a half-built monument to a boom gone wrong. The structure stayed standing, but the developer's plans collapsed with the economy. 9. Legal scandal and the assassination plot shadow. The tower's architect-developer, Rangsan Torsawan and Associates, was later wrapped in a high-profile legal saga, an alleged plot connected to powerful judicial figures that dragged on for years. The scandal and ensuing legal battles further crippled investor confidence and made revival plans much harder even after the economy recovered. That scandal is part of the reason the building never found the funding or market trust to be completed. 8. Ghost Tower, the nickname and why people whisper about curses. Local folklore sprang up fast. Some nearby residents suspected the land had previously been used as a graveyard. Others believed the tower's shadow fell upon a neighboring temple, and that was an ill omen. All the classic ingredients of a haunted urban legend. The nickname Ghost Tower stuck, fueled by eerie photos, graffiti-strewn upper floors, and the tower's hulking silhouette over the city at night. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the atmosphere around the building is undeniably eerie. 7. It's a magnet for urban explorers and for trouble. Because the skeleton is unfinished and for years poorly secured, the Sathorn Unique Tower became a notorious destination for urban explorers, photographers, thrill seekers, and thrill-seeking influencers. Videos of people climbing, free-running, and taking panoramic shots from dangerous ledges spread online, which raised alarm among the owners and authorities. The building's owners even filed trespassing charges against people who publicized their climbs, trying to deter would-be visitors. Despite warnings, weekend groups and solo climbers continued to breach security to reach its upper floors. 6. People have died there. Suicide and bodies found. One of the tower's darkest chapters came in late 2014, when the body of a foreign tourist was found hanged on one of the upper floors. Authorities treated the death as a suicide, and the incident raised intense public debate about safety, security, and access control at the abandoned site. Stories like this are why the tower is sometimes referred to in shorthand as the tower where people jump. These real human tragedies are the most sobering part of the tower's story. 5. Structural myth versus structural reality. Is it safe to be inside? There are two competing narratives. One paints the building as a decaying, dangerous ruin likely to collapse. The other one, based on engineering observations, points out that the concrete core and skeleton are largely intact and structurally stable because the primary failure was financial and infrastructural, not foundational. In plain language, the tower is unfinished and hazardous. No utilities, falling debris, unguarded edges. But its skeleton hasn't simply crumbled. That has ironically made it both dangerous and tempting. Dangerous because of missing safety systems. Tempting because the concrete shell still affords climbable ledges and impressive views. 4. It's been used as a movie and as a platform for public conversation. The tower's cultural meaning is complicated. It's not only a symbol of failure, it's also a canvas. In 2017, the building was used in a seminar and was even featured in a Thai film project. Museums and cultural institutions have at times used the site as an object lesson about the 1997 crisis, urban planning, and economic history. So while it's an eyesore and a hazard, the tower has also been repurposed intermittently to spark conversation about memory loss and the city's changing landscape. 3. Graffiti, wildlife, and the accidental economy of abandonment. Once abandoned, the tower collected the same accoutrements every derelict site collects: graffiti crews tagging the upper floors, birds and bats nesting in the exposed areas, and a small informal economy of guides, trespassing visitors, and photographers who trade images and stories online. Some residents and guides have even made money by pointing tourists toward the tower's legend, a macabre local tourism boost built on curiosity about danger. But that curiosity has costs: injuries, fines, police action, and the ethical question of turning human tragedy into spectacle. 2. Attempts, rumors, and plans to revive or demolish it keep resurfacing. Over the years, different proposals have emerged: finish the building, demolish it, repurpose it, or sell it. Plans often stall because of tangled ownership, legal complications from the developer's past, and questions about safety and cost. Rumors swirl frequently. It'll be renovated. It'll be torn down. It's being sold. But as of recent coverage, nothing permanent has replaced the tower's stalled status, which keeps the mystery alive and the debates loud in local media. If you follow real estate or Bangkok news, the tower is one of those recurring headlines. 1. The tower became a symbol, a monument to excess, scandal, and human cost. At the end of the day, the darkest fact might be symbolic. Sathorn Unique Tower is not just an unfinished building. It's a monument to a real estate boom that let greed run fast, to financial collapse that ruined plans and livelihoods, and to human stories caught in those systems. Workers whose wages were affected, investors who lost money, family members of people who died there, and a cityscape marked by memory. The tower's silhouette tells a story about modern Bangkok's vulnerabilities and why built environments sometimes refuse to stay neutral background objects. They become charged with meaning. If you found this video interesting, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which fact shocked you the most.